It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. We are starting off with temperatures below the freezing point. As of 5 a.m., we're right around 30 degrees, but guess what? I'm going to nearly double that number for the afternoon high today. 60 for the afternoon high. It is going to be a fantastic afternoon in the Ozarks. Cold mornings, warm afternoons. That's really the headline in my forecast as we head into this week. It's looking pretty nice each and every day. We'll have these nice warm temperatures. Even Monday ended up being pretty nice after the breeze and the wind chill in the 20s to start off Monday morning. We landed in the upper 50s and the sunshine was out, so it was feeling pretty good. We're going to beat that today. It looks a whole lot better, and I think high temperatures make it into the 60s in many communities. So warm to start the week. That is definitely one of the headlines. Cold mornings and warm afternoons. We've got high pressure in control and really a pretty tranquil pattern across the central part of the country. Not a lot happening on the East Coast either. All the action out on the West Coast and out in the western mountain ranges. It's pretty calm here in the Ozarks. We're under a ridge of high pressure. We get a south breeze that's going to stick around. Today, the wind is not as strong, but later this week, it picks up for us, and that's going to boost our high temperatures into the middle 60s. We may even push 70 degrees by the time we get to Thursday. The trade-off for the warmth, that extreme warmth that we'll see later this week, is going to be a strong wind. Southerly winds will be gusty, really 3 days of gusty winds here. That's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So enjoy the tranquil winds that we have this afternoon. Tomorrow, we get that south wind gusting 20 to 25 miles an hour. I think by Thursday, we could see winds gusting close to 40 miles an hour. And even on Friday, we've still got a southwesterly wind in the forecast, 20 to 25 mile an hour wind gusts. Breezy for several days, but we can thank the wind for the warmth because it's coming out of the south. It's bringing up even more warmth into our part of the country. With those high winds, though, we have to at least mention the threat for some elevated fire danger conditions. Objects that could blow around if you have anything sitting on the porch or it's trash night or something. So the second half of the week, you may notice some items are not where you left them. And high profile vehicles could have some issues on the roadways. So if you're driving for the second half of the week, keep in mind it is going to be kind of breezy in the Ozarks. The other headline that I have for you is that rain chances return this week, but not until Thursday evening. I expect that we see temperatures that are warmest on Thursday with high temperatures near 70 degrees. A cool down looks to arrive by Sunday of the weekend, but Saturday's looking quite nice too. And we have several dry days in this forecast. So high temperature today, this afternoon, we are going to hit 60 degrees with full sunshine. A little bit of cloud cover in the forecast on Wednesday. The winds pick up, high temperatures. They'll be in the low to mid 60s for highs. I'm going 63 for Wednesday. By Thursday, 67 degrees. There could be a few spots in the Ozarks that make it to 70, which will be kind of wild. And then Thursday evening, we get a rain chance. Temperatures by Friday will still be in the upper 60s. I think we're still in the 60s on Saturday. Spring fever definitely this week before that cooler pattern arrives for us. And that does look to happen by the time we get to late this weekend. Around the country, what's making headlines is the awful flooding happening out on the West Coast and portions of Southern California. Life-threatening flash flooding will continue today. We also have heavy snowfall happening all the way from the Sierra Nevada mountain chain through the Rockies. Heavy winter snow, and that is making all the skiers hitting those late winter ski trips pretty happy. But for travel, it's just going to be kind of a nightmare for anybody trying to travel in the Intermountain West. So keep that in mind if you have friends or family out that way. All right, it is time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. We're giving away $20 every single day for correct answers to our Brain Twister trivia questions. So here's the question that I left you with yesterday. Which word in the English language is the most complex to define? The options that I gave you were A, put, B, run, or C, set. This question came from an article that I read from Reader's Digest, and it's so funny. I'll read you the example. If you guessed B, run, you are correct. That seems like the most simple. You might think it is absurd, and maybe it is, but Oxford English Dictionary editors recently revealed that run has indeed become the single word with the most potential meanings in all of English, boasting no fewer than 645 different use cases for the verb form alone. That's kind of wild. I certainly could not think of that many, but I can use run in many different ways. The copious amounts of definition are featured in the Oxford English Dictionary's uh, edition, a third edition that began with the obvious one, run to go with quick steps on alternate feet, and then proceed to run on for 75 other columns of text describing the different ways to define run and different ways to use it. This entry took the professional lexicographer, who apparently comes up with these definitions, 9 months of research to complete. It took them a very long time because there are so many different ways to use this word. I'm going to read you this example because I was trying to think myself, like, okay, how many ways can I use that word, and what different meanings can it have? I've got to read you this entry. It was so funny. Context is everything here, so think about it. When you run a fever, for example, those 3 letters have a very different meaning than when you run a bath to treat the fever, or when your bath water subsequently runs over and drenches your cotton bath runner, forcing you to run out to the store and buy a new one. There, you run up a bill of $85 because besides a rug and some cold medicine, you just need some thread to fix the run in your stockings and some tissue for your runny nose and a carton of milk because you've run through your supply at home. And all this makes dread run through your soul because your Value Club membership runs out at the end of the month and you've already run over your budget on last week's grocery run where you ran over a nail in the parking lot. And now your car won't even run properly because whatever idiot runs that Walmart apparently lets his custodial staff run amok. And now you know you're letting your inner monologue run on and on. But gosh, you'd do things differently if you ran the world. And scene. Pretty crazy. Yeah, run is the most complex to define. Congrats if that was your guess over at aroundtheozarks.com. Here is another chance to win. How much was the average ticket price for the very first Super Bowl? Do you think it cost A, $6, B, $12, C, $24, or D, $48? Don't all those prices sound so nice? I'll let you know the answer. That's tomorrow, coming up on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with me, meteorologist Abby Dyer. While you're at the website, don't forget to enter the trivia question. We also have some other great contests running right now. You can be our Valentine here at Around the Ozarks. We're giving away dinner and a show. So enter that contest too. And of course, we have the tickets to the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off, which happens this upcoming, or actually, no, next week. A lot of great stuff. Check it out on the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the sunshine and the 60-degree weather. I'll chat with you tomorrow.